we're gonna pick right back up where we left off. I'm gonna finish putting together Dad's header here. I got 2 sensors changed on this side and the springs. Now we need to do 2 sensors on that side. And then there's some skid plates underneath that I want to get them changed because I need them changed for beans. So have some time, let's do that. I got some decent ones that I took off the parts header we have. Then I'll go over my list. I mean, I need to change that shaft, but I haven't heard from Ag West yet, so I don't know where that's at. We were supposed to have it yesterday. But let's just keep going over stuff and getting things in good shape so that there's less of a rush when it comes down to switching over for beans and that sort of thing. And who knows, for this barley, we might just put the headers in flex anyways and get the barley done because it's pretty low. Help just showed up. Are you gonna get to work, buddy? No, we're working on the combine right here. Did you know I brought the combine here?
Yeah.
Is that awesome?
I got tell my $2 in help.
I've come up with a very good way of changing these sensors. Whenever you pull it out, the plastic piece that goes in here always stays behind. And they're a pain, so then you just drill out the sensor until it's nice and thin, a little bit of penetrating oil, and you can pry it out pretty easily. So we'll get this one changed, put back together, and then that's our last one there. And I forgot, I have everything to rebuild the 3 fore and aft cylinders on this header, so I may work on those cylinders next. Cruising, buddy. Pretty good at driving that one. I was gonna start working on this last sensor, but this spring also is broken, and I used all my springs previously, so we'll leave that one for now until we get more springs. We'll button this up so we can use it in the meantime, and then we'll lift the header up, start changing our skid plates. But I'm gonna have to go get some bales here soon with the truck and pickup, so we'll see what happens. Let's go get some bales. I love having a decent trailer that you can actually put a decent amount of bales on. So I used to haul like 2 or 3 at a time. Truck works good too. Overweight, that's just a number. We have arrived at the floodway to get some bales. And I see a tractor way over there. That's my guy. I got the wave to follow him, so we'll see where he takes me. And there we go, the last load, or last bale for the load. Yeah, weight is just a number, it'll be fine. I have a short commute anyways. Yeah, not too bad. Keep the horses happy for another year. I'm not going too far. We'll put her in fur and get out of the floodway here and go back home. So you can see right down there, there's a creek, runs through a couple big culverts down to the bottom. A mile or 2 that way is the main yard, and there's one of these in front of it. We used to love coming here in winter, and you could like slide down the ice in there or play in it. Great time, lots of fun. Yeah, we did lots of fun stuff on the farm. We made it back home with the bales. It all worked good. I'm not going to unload them right now. I'll get the Massey and I'll probably load them late tonight. Something like that. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping on some of the comments that I've seen. So first off, tillage. Why do we do tillage? Tillage is a big buzzword in the ag community. I mean, there's the till guys and the no-till guys. And the no-till guys, I feel like telling us we're doing it wrong. But it's all very location specific. We've got heavy clay soils here. Tillage helps to incorporate our straw, break up compaction, help the ground air out. And it's really important to do tillage so that our ground after winter dries up faster and heats up faster so that we can get in the fields as soon as possible, because we have a short growing window and we need to get in there, and non-tilled fields take forever to dry up. We no-tilled 2 fields this year because they were perennial ryegrass. They got written off late spring, and then we had to seed them. And those fields, we did them, those were the last 2 fields we seeded, and they were still wet by the time we got in there to seed them, whereas we had done the rest of the farm. So that's why we do tillage. And then I just saw this one that I'm always stressed out. So I hope I'm not giving you guys the opinion that I'm always stressed out. I feel like obviously during the day, you know, I'm a bit stressed sometimes, and you know, I'm in charge of the combines, well, equipment in general. So I mean, there's a lot of weight on me during the day in harvest that everything keeps performing well. What adds to it is I do deep dives on these combines. Like, each combine got a month worth of work to it. Like, they get completely torn down, inspected, and put back together. So it can be a bit stressful when we start using them, putting a ton of hours and acres on them, because, you know, did I put it back together right? Did I miss something? Are the bolts gonna fall out? Whatever. Like, and just being a farmer and a business owner in general, I think comes with a lot of stress. So I would say I'm probably your pretty average stressed out, like most farmers in harvest, but I don't think I'm any worse. Maybe because I'm making these videos every day and you guys are seeing the ins and out and everything that goes on, you might get that opinion. But I am also very good at turning it off. When I get home, I'm with the family or whatever, I really don't worry about it or think about it too much. And I sleep great at night. So I don't know. I think I'm right in the pocket for your standard person with what they're going through. So I don't know. I keep seeing comments. I'll keep talking about them. We're gonna get back on that combine and start changing some skid plates, I think. Also, quick, fast, any local guys or someone marginally close to me have a blade for it doesn't even have to be for a 4690, man. I'll convert it, weld it, adapt it, whatever. But anyone got like a 10, 12, 14 foot blade just sitting out in the bush that they don't use, never gonna get put on a tractor again, something they're looking to sell? Because I'd love to pick one up. I think that would be sweet in winter for pushing snow, because all I got is a 1960 Massey Ferguson open cab 2-wheel drive, and we got a lot of gravel. So now on this header, we're gonna do skid plates. We did a ton last year. They're all in quite good shape, but there's just some on the edges that they get worn through pretty quick. So I think there's 3 or 4 we need to change. These front pieces are fairly reasonably priced, these ones here, and you can change them. But if you have to do a full skid, like this is metal with I don't know, plastic on the edges, and you can't change just the plastic. You have to get a new piece. That's like $400 or $500 a piece. But we've taken and are taking as many as we can off of our parts header. Keep things cheap. Let's get them drilled out. And then we'll get a punch them out, and put in our new ones. When it comes to putting these skid plates on, you pretty much have to have an electric or pneumatic air riveter, because they're big 1/4-inch rivets, and they are so hard to do by hand. If you had to do them all by hand, I mean, you would be dying by the end of the day. And I literally tried to last year by hand, and I broke my rivet gun. So they're hard to do. Get yourself one of those, save you a lot of time. Now I just need to clean up this stuff, get all this mud out from under here, because these ones were, well, I guess they're holy now because, well, yeah, that joke didn't turn out. Anyways, this thing just makes it so effortless. I love it. Put another one on there. Just like that. We got a new skid plate on there. Nice. So of course these are used skid plates. This is the bad one. This is the corner one, because the corner is different than the rest of them. And I've got a bunch of these rest of them ones. So I'm just gonna cut these ends off profile them sort of the same as these, and then these will work just fine for the ends, because these are, I don't know, 60 bucks each. We're getting our money's worth out of that header. There we go, fits like a glove now that those corners are cut off. So now we go to that side. I think there's one on that side to do. Maybe two, but I don't have enough rivets to do the second ones. We got the skid plates done. I'm not closing up that sensor because we actually got parts today there at the main yard, so pull that off. I'll probably fix that sensor later tonight. So now I found a guard or a knife clip hold down thing they call it. It's pretty bent and it's been wearing on this edge. So we'll get that changed out with this new one here, like that, which is nice and easy. And then we'll pull that sensor out, I think. I don't know, keep making progress. I don't have the seal kits here. They're at the main yard and they're in a few different bags, so I'm not going to start on those cylinders yet. I should have time next week. It also looks like the way that this one was bent and sitting, it has worn that hole in here and bent this knife, so I think we'll just change this knife while we're at it. And my fear with this knife is that because it's bent or a little bit funky, that it'll hit this new guard and crack or snap a shear bolt on the auger or the header drive, something like that. So we'll just get it changed. Parts just showed up in the nick of time. I got my spring, so I got that changed. Here is that $1,500 shaft that broke on my dad's header. We can get that changed, so we stop worrying about that. We got some more rivets because I didn't have enough rivets to finish my skid plates. Got that spring sensor put together. And then here's the other stuff I'll need for that job. Yeah, buddy, what's up? Yeah, you can fill it up, buddy. No, you, Bennett. No, you. Okay. I love working at home and having a shop here because, you know, I work throughout the day, make a mess, and then the kids always love coming to the shop, playing with stuff. Found them a pail of wheat, best thing ever. But then while they play, I can spend time in here cleaning, and it's been harvest, so I haven't done much cleaning in here. So it's good. It's a win-win, and then later tonight I'll go back out and work on that header. Making lots of progress and hanging out with the kids too. Love to see it.
Now?
Yeah, go for it, dude. Oh, good job.
I did it. I had to move it.
It's a beautiful evening on the ranch. Working some ponies. Little buddy's checking things out. We're bringing some water for the horses we got over here. There's the combine. Ah, what a beautiful thing. Beautiful evening. Now we're gonna have burgers right away. When we got horses in these back pastures, we have to haul water because we don't have any water or hoses that reach, but pretty easy. You like the ponies, buddy?
Yeah,
Nice. Are we gonna move the combine? The button? Yeah. Go in the cab. Today has really been all over the place, but that is the beauty of having your own farm, and you know, the flexibility that comes with being your own boss. There's a lot of things a guy got to do. Harvest is a busy time, so when you get the day that, well, no one's in the field or whatever, well, you can schedule things around what you need to accomplish. It just so happened that we had to pick up bales today, and that was a good day to get that call because we weren't harvesting. So, oh, it's almost bedtime for the kids. We're gonna eat some burgers here. Delicious. Katie makes amazing food. And then I'm gonna come out later, work on that header, move some bales. Still got a lot done today. Hi. All right, let's move some bales. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff in here. We got race car, some old baling equipment. I think I'm going to move last year's bales out, bring this year's bales in, and then put these ones back in. Then we're using the oldest bales first. I do have to switch to my bale fork first. Thankfully, I built a skid steer quick attach for this old tractor, which is awesome. Takes less than 5 minutes to hook up to my bale fork, and I can borrow any skid steer attachment as long as it doesn't use hydraulics, and I can run it on my tractor, which is pretty slick. I think I gotta actually buy a set of pallet forks for it, and I can just pick up skid steer ones. But anyways, let's get her fired up. Hopefully she's got fuel. Move some bales. This thing usually fires up pretty good. We gotta do the choke at the same time. Ah, it's pretty quick. This thing always needs hydraulic oil. I definitely need to rebuild the cylinders, but maybe I'll just sell it. I guess we'll find out. This one's my first tractor ever, so it'll be a hard sell. Just quickly unstrap this thing. Safety first, everyone. Come on. Guess the guy should oil his straps every now and then, eh? One day. That's pretty low on the list, though. For a load like this, I think one strap is good. As long as you keep those back bales from moving, that ain't going nowhere. All right. We got our bale fork on. Start moving those ones. I decided we'll put those ones right here and then put the new ones there and use these ones first. It's a good idea. All done. We got the 11 bales we picked up there. And Massey works good. But when she gets warm, I mean, this thing's worn out. So then the power steering doesn't work as well. And you know how it is with us old stuff. But I've had it for like 5 years, I think. Maybe 6. It's done pretty well. Just a PTO hydraulic pump for the loader frame and a 7-foot bucket. And that's my snow clearing and bale moving. By the time I had looked at this tractor, I had gone and seen quite a few more, and my standards were quite low. It had to lift the round bale, and it had to have power steering. That's kind of all I was looking for, and cheap, obviously, goes without saying. So, looked at some other ones. They didn't have good power steering, because I think it's a common problem on these old Masseys, and they're pretty common tractor for what you're getting. So then, before I went to get this tractor, I weighed the back of my truck. Like, I put the back axle on the scale, and it weighed 1,400 or 1,500 pounds. I don't know. I forget what it was, but it was more than a round bale, maybe 2,000 pounds. And I figured, hey, if I go look at this tractor and it can lift the back of my truck and the power steering works, it's coming home with me. So I bought it for 1,500 bucks. All in all, I thought it was pretty good. And at that price, I figured, hey, I can give it a shot. And if it dies on me tomorrow, I'll just send it to the shredder and get most of my money out of it. So I was pretty fired up about it. Took it home, was moving bales right away. And like an hour before Katie showed up, it died and it wouldn't start. It was electrical. I figured it out before she got home. But I couldn't have the new tractor I literally just bought. Already broke it down in her horse pasture when she got home. But hey, 5 years later, I mean, it's been working good. No complaints. I had to, work out a few bugs, but I'm definitely happy with it. And it runs all of my hay equipment, which I got all of this for free from a neighbor, which is fantastic, and I super appreciate it. So I do some small square bales on the water line or a ditch, wherever I can find grass. Yeah, I mean, this sickle bar mower, it was literally like half buried or more in mud. It had been sitting for so long. All I could see was that bar standing up, and I knew there was one there. So I just said, hey, could I fix it up and use it? And kind of with the rest of the stuff. But little TLC, it runs good for what I'm doing. I didn't do any bales this year, though. Just too busy, and it takes a lot of time. And honestly, it's stressful. Like, more stressful than grain farming, I feel like. Because if you just cut it, and then there's rain coming, it's like, wow, that sucks. Or, I got last year's hay baled. I was driving out with my picker and tractor to get it off the water line. And, it rained an inch in 15 minutes on my drive there. And then they were screwed. So, is what it is. I'm not going to get to the header today. It's too late. I'll finish it up tomorrow. So, hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. I think it might be a slow day, so there may not be a video on Sunday. We'll see what happens. Thanks, and we'll catch you on the next one.